welcome to Planet Hex. I'm Andrew Horn. This is a show where I talk about a lot of VHS tapes, a lot of retro movies, music, comics, the writing life, and a lot more. It's my first tape hunt of the year, so of course I'm going to go over onto eBay. I've got essentially just X-Rental VHS Big Box, and I'm going to see what's going on in the market there with my favourite form of obsolete media. So I'll be looking forward to this. I've got the new set going, got a new setup at the Castle Haunt here to make Planet Hex with, so I'm just getting to grips with it, so bear with me. I think everything's going to go alright tonight. Should do, I hope so. I've got to remember not to keep looking up there at my other monitor. That's what I need to remember not to do. And what you need to remember to do is check out vhsatemybrain Revised Edition before the sequel comes out in March 10th. This year it will be vhsatemybrain 2, The Revenge. So, without further ado, let's go and check out what we've got on eBay. I have a beverage. I have a Be Kind Rewind coaster, so I'm very happy indeed. I'm all set. Let's go see what's going on with these tapes. So straight away, nothing exciting. So I've got it just set to X-Rental VHS Big Box. I'm not just doing horror tonight. I'll see what else comes up. And I've not set it to cheapest or anything like that. I want to see a mixture tonight. So let's see what exciting things come up. Straight away, we've got Kathy's Curse on Intervision there. That looks promising, so let's open that up in another tab. It's an Intervision one. It looks like it's got one of the squashy cases on it, so that'd be fun. Entity Force. You see, I keep seeing Entity Force around. Let's open that one and have a look at another tab. Because I keep seeing it around, but I've never wanted to buy it because it's one of those that I always saw in like the absolute lowest of the low video stores. It's not one I've ever really wanted to get hold of, but I do like the cover art. That said, Runaway, on the other hand, is one I'm going to look at with Tom Selleck in its sci-fi movie. I did quite enjoy that. Let's see what else we've got here. The Unisol. Salem's Last Dance on Vestron VHS. That's not one you see around a lot. Nice. We've got Endgame, post-apocalyptic movie. Probably a later edition of it, but I shall go and have a look. So Endgame is a really good. Let's have a look at Serpent Slayer as well. Endgame and Puppet Master 3. Sorry, I keep getting distracted here. Endgame is one of those really good post-apocalyptic, post-sort of Mad Max sort of era, crazy movies with all kinds of sort of futuristic, sort of not futuristic. You know, there's lots of wastelands and armor made of junk and stuff like that, and it's an enjoyable little romp. I'll go and have a look at that one. Flowers in the Attic, no thank you. Okay, we've got Curse 2, The Bite here. Not one I want, however, that's $1.99 and $2.94 postage. That's a really good deal. So that's a seller that knows what they're doing and they're not trying to rip anyone off. So let's go and have a look at that. Mighty Thor cassette 1 on Guild. That could be an interesting one to look at. At least have a look at the other listings they've got up. Pretty Poison, not really my thing. Apt Pupil is only £2.50 there. That's a good movie with Ian McKellen in it, but then again it's got Ian McKellen in it, so of course it's going to be good. Ooh, Barbarians. If my voice sounds funny tonight, by the way, I've got a bit of a cold, which I'm still fighting off. That's one of the reasons that the previous episode of Planet Hex, the short one that was It's Time to Cull Your Streaming Services, there's lots of edits in that because I kept coughing like a maniac. I've picked up the family bug that they had over Christmas, so that's a really nice present from everyone. £5.50 for The Beast Within. That's an interesting one. Long Kiss Goodnight, not really my thing. Don't mind it, nothing against Long Kiss Goodnight, but you know I prefer my genre stuff. Hollywood Ghost Stories, that could be an interesting one as well. I'm not taking it as a trend, but some of these are a lot cheaper than I would expect lately, just because I've seen prices going up on a lot of things I've looked at. It's nice to see them going down on a lot of things. Such as the Punisher. There's the Dolph Lundgren Punisher there. I quite like that version. I think it's still my favourite version of the Punisher movies and whatnot. I know there's a Punisher TV series as well, which I've not seen. But that of the movies, I do think I prefer that one. Mixed Delta Big Box. Let's have a look at the job lot there. I do like to look through a job lot now and again. Lots of sequels. Ooh, Phantom's $4.99, not too bad. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Dark Wind. It's not the best title you could have if you have a British sense of humour, i.e. a very puerile sense of humour. Metamorphosis, that's another one I used to see in the really cheap shops like Entity Force, but that got me a bit more, that had a bit more interest from me. I did watch it once, enjoyed it for what it was. Warrior Queen. Now, see, that's tempting because it's a Vestron video edition of Warrior Queen, and I do quite like Warrior Queen, but I've seen it recently on, I think it was like Plex or something like that for free, so I'm in two minds whether or not to bid on that. Baby's Day Out, John Hughes movie. I need to do something on John Hughes movies. I'm a huge fan of John Hughes movies. Well, the pre Home Alone John Hughes movies anyway. Return of the Living Dead, amazing collector's condition at $19.99. That is not bad at all. There's only 2 days and 17 hours left on that. So let's have a look at theirs as well. Right, let's see what we've got open here. First of all is this Runaway with Tom Selleck. It's a satisfying sci-fi movie. I like it. It's in good condition. Let's have a look at this artwork. The art's looking good across the top there. Pretty crispy. Let's have a look at the back. My problem with this is that Tom Selleck does a great job in this. Tom Selleck is really serviceable. The gripping suspense and blazing action never let up. The special effects terrific. Chills and thrills all the way. See, but the problem is he's always going to be Magnum to me. And with him always being Magnum, he's always going to remind me of my dad, who looked like Magnum in the 80s. You know, down to the shirts and the tash, and it was just, I could never take him particularly seriously as an action hero unless he was Magnum PI. But let's see what else they've got in their other items. Deranged for a £5. That's crazy. This is someone that's pricing things nicely. Invisible Dead Wizard Video Edition. That must be one of the re-release ones, not one of the original ones. But we shall have a look. You never know. Oh, the Blob. The Steve McQueen version of the Blob. Awesome. Phantom of the Opera. Oh, I've already opened up some of these in other tabs already. So this is clearly someone that's selling stuff at a reasonable price, and I like this because this isn't talking down to other collectors. They're not saying, I will shove up prices. I will expect huge amounts of money for this collection. This is someone that knows that they've got something, and they've put things up for a reasonable price. And I would imagine that several of these are going to go up higher. These are great prices to start with. Fantastic. So let's go and have a look here. Deranged. Let's have a look at the back art on this. I've not seen this edition of Deranged before. CBS Fox box. Okay, that's not the version. That's not the Deranged I thought it was. And that tape is a bit. Ooh. Is that scratches or cracks? Oh, it's that scratches through the label. Fair bit of damage on that tape. No, sadly that's not what I would pursue. This is interesting. The Invisible Dead, one of the Tombs of the Blind Dead movies, if I remember rightly, on Wizard Video, which is one of the most sought after labels in the States. It didn't really make it over here. However, only a few years ago, Charles Band, who was involved with Wizard Video, apparently found a stash of unused cassette cases, so put another run out using the original cases but newly made tapes. But that does not look like one of the new ones, just judging by the aged quality of it and some of the damage around there. That's really cool. I wouldn't be able to play it because I no longer have a region-free player, but that is a really good one. Wizard Video. I'm going to watch that and see what happens with that, because that sounds exciting. Right, what else have we got here? Oh, our server is down. We'll have things back up to normal soon. If you if you still need help, visit our help page. So I can't show you that one. Sorry. So this Endgame, a futuristic film of survival. It's got this glorious artwork on it that, of course, doesn't feature in the film. Like a lot of movies of its ilk and of that era, they often had images that begged the film up a bit more than it really needed to. So that is a shame that those things didn't really show up in the film. That doesn't have an image of the back on it. I would always prefer to have an image of the back on it, but that looks like a slightly newer version than the original. Although the 18 there doesn't have the BBFC text in the red circle, so that could be slightly earlier. What's the year on that? Let's have a look. Doesn't say. Doesn't state the year there, but that's a good-looking tape. Do check that film out if you've not seen that one before. It is definitely worth your time. So what else have we got here? Oh, they've got a signed picture of Kevin Conroy, the old Batman animated, the animated Batman voice actor. Game Boy stuff, some Blu-rays. This is clearly a cool person. There's the Return of the Living Dead edition. Ah, that's so cool. That is really cool. With the Graham Humphreys artwork. Graham is a lovely, lovely guy. Met him at the 80s Video Shop in Alfreton, and was supposed to be doing a signing as like a support act for him when he did the Nightmare on One Sheet signing there, but I couldn't get there because of the trains were cancelled. But yeah, that's a good looking tape. Yeah, a few dings and whatnot, but that is a great movie on a great edition. I had the Vestron one. I had it in a puffy case, if I remember rightly. But that's not a bad price at all. That is a really good seller. It's nice to see people that are not taking the mick with these things, honestly. So if I've got that one open over here as well, yeah, I should close that. What else have we got? Let's see. So we've done Endgame. Let's see what else have we got here. Serpent's Lair. This is one that I was curious about because it's got Jeff Fahey in it, and there are about 1 million of those films of Jeff Fahey in around about 94, 95. Let's see if this is one that would be of any interest. No, that one looks more like just like a generic erotic thriller masquerading as a horror movie. Not really my thing, but we'll go and have a look at the sellers of other items, make sure it's not one we've not already looked at. Oh yeah, it's the guy with Deranged. Okay, let's see what else we've got here. So this next one is Puppet Master 3, Talon's Revenge. I may have to put a bid in on this because this is cool. So we've got Puppet Master 3, Talon's Revenge, big box. Let's have a look at those corners. Corners look okay, bit of a ding there, bit of damage. When good puppets go bad. And there, of course, Full Moon features. Ah, I love Full Moon. Yeah, the wear to the bottom. There is some noticeable wear on the bottom of it. £2. If only these things were still £2. Some wear on the bottom, but that's fine. Let's have a look at the tape. Looking okay. There's a wrinkle on the label, but that doesn't really bother me. Is that tape mold or is that dirt on the window? I think that might be on the window. Let's have a zoom in and have a look. See, I think that's on the window. May watch that one and see what happens. I was going to bid on that, but I'm not sure if that is on the tape itself or not. Let's have a look. Okay, it doesn't say that has any mold there. I'm just going to put £6 on it for now and see what happens. I do like the look of that. That looks fun. Right, next we've got the Bite Curse 2, which I wasn't, like I say, a big fan of it, but I want to see what else this seller has got. I think I may have already had a look at this seller, to be honest. Oh no, we've got some more here. Devil May Cry complete series anime. Excuse me, this cold is getting in the way. Alright, no other VHS jumping out at me there, which is a shame. Right, this Mighty Thor one was interesting because this is the sort of thing that would just kind of fester in the kids section of video stores for a long, long time. There would be loads of increasingly ancient animated tapes, and I found them quite interesting and like a real glimpse of another world. So that's pretty certain. Not that it would really matter with Thor, with a comic book movie. Sorry, a cartoon video. Cassette 1, 1982. So yeah, it's pre-cert. It's not looking bad actually. But what I wanted to do there is check what else they've got. Oh, cool! Batfink. We've got Batfink, Formators, Max Fleischer's Cartoon Festival, quality, and a bunch of non-VHS stuff as well. Nice things though, but those cartoon tapes are amazing. My wings are like a shield of steel. I don't even remember what his voice was like, but Formators was an interesting one. This was one I used to see around with really dodgy art, dodgy cover art on it. So that's clearly not the what goes on in there, because if I'm not mistaken, that's the Quintessons from Transformers the movie on the front there. Looks like them anyway, and that looks very much like Unicron. Did they just nick artwork from it, or are these actually in the show? You're not even trying, that's Jazz! Come on! That's Jazz from Transformers, and that next to him is Hot Rod from Transformers. Look at that. The heroic warriors, the Formators, guardians of the Earth's defences, came under attack from the evil Xelons, who have formed an attack base on planet Mars. The Formators fight against their enemies with the aid of Pala, Pegasus, and Space Dragon. You've not even tried. Not even tried. Get in the sea. So, nothing against the Cellar though. The Cellar's awesome. Barbarians, the notorious movie with the twins in. With the Barbarian twins. Let's see what this is looking like. Looking good. See, a lot of the Warner Home tapes, I've noticed that for some reason, if it was the glue or the paper, but a lot of their labels have stayed in pretty good nick over the years. That's a good looking tape. Again, a film you can see for free on something like Plex or other services like that. But this Cellar, Wrestling Figures UK 1, has got my vote because they've got a cool name. Let's see what else they've got. 17 items up at the moment. Got some Playmobil, Barbarians on VHS. Nice addition of 2 Towers and a Mark Allman gig. Fair enough. But yeah, Barbarians, that's a great movie. Right, Beast Within. This interested me because it's on one of those puffy Warner Home video cases, and it's not one I see often, and I see it even less with such a low price. So it ends in one day, this, and it's still only at £5.50. It's looking good, looking pretty clear. But it's not one that I've seen below like 15 quid, I think, or so in recent months. Let's see what else they've got. Original Fireworks brochures. Fireworks, They Live. I've got that edition of They Live. That's a great edition of They Live. Not a terrible price for it either. Werewolf, The Return of the Living Dead Part 2. I've got the £5 for that's not bad, and £10 for the Blob on big box. Oh, they've also got the Hollywood Ghost Story, The Devils. There's an edition of The Devils there for £16. B movies, Cameron's Closet. They've got some good things on here. Jesus, Helter Skelter. The Sentinel. Yeah, weirds me out, that movie. I really like it. I don't usually like movies by that particular director, but that is a really good film, especially for fans of like The Exorcist and that sort of 70s supernatural era. But yeah, The Devils, oh my god. Right, that is a pre-cert because that 18 has been stuck over it. I can see that that's a sticker. Never had there been exorcisms like these. It's Oliver Reed in a surprisingly sober image. Bet he wasn't, bless him. Original Warner Brothers case. There's one of the squashy cases that tended to perish and crumble after a while. It's relatively clear looking for a very aged tape. Oh, I bet they've had fun skipping through this. What I'm not sure about that edition is how uncut it is, because that was a hard one to get hold of. Let's have a look. Preset big box VHS tape, 18 sticker added later, quite rare. Box top of insert, a bit worn, but the tape itself is fine, has been tested, plays well with no issues. Please study the pictures for details. UK bidders and buyers only. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool, but I would have to do some research on which edition that is and see how much has been cut out of it, because that is rather notorious, that one. But for £16, that is a really, really good deal. Hollywood Ghost Stories. Let's have a look at this one. There's a stamp on the back. What's that stamp say? Property of Azad Video. Cool. Not anymore, it ain't, mate. Looks clear. Tape looks a bit marked. Not entirely sure about that one. Let's have a look at this Punisher one. So I remember that. I remember this being a big thing when it came out, when it was like Dolph Lundgren, a Marvel movie, a big screen Marvel movie. So they were still a long way away from getting things like Spider-Man or X-Men off the ground, so way before MCU or anything like that, even way before the Fox universe. But this was, it was not loved at the time. Not loved at the time, and he didn't have the skull on him, but it was a great action movie. What more could you want? You know, we love action movies. But Dark Knight Videos, you've got a cool name. Let's see what else you're offering. The Protector, Punisher, Mutant 2 for $2.99. These prices are not bad. Armageddon 2000 WWF for $2.49 on VHS. That's not bad at all. Bloodsport 3. I don't mind the Bloodsport sequels. Pardon me. Right, Return of the Jedi, $1.99. That's pre-special edition, so that's an exciting one. Some more wrestling. Oh, they've got some of the Vipco Scream Time DVDs as well. I had a soft spot for those. I knew they were terrible, but I had a soft spot for them anyway. I really like them. Didn't have that one though. The Assassin. There's some nice things there. Again, it's a seller putting things up for a decent price. So well done, guys. You guys that are doing this are really helping the scene and really helping the hobby by not having ridiculous prices on things. This is an interesting one because something stuck out at me here. And so we've got the Marseille Connection, and we've got Mantis Under Falcon Claws, we've got Amazonia, Double Trouble, My Name is Nobody, The Forgotten Parallel, The Black Pirate, we've got Money Train, Combat Zone. I've got a cat down here. Hello, William. Come on. So William wanted to see what's going on. So hey, William. So Combat Zone, The Forgotten Parallel, and Flatfoot as well. Which of these do you think, William, is the one that I was looking at? It's this one, Amazonia. You see? Yeah? You don't care, do you, mate? There you go, darling. So Amazonia there, that's quite an expensive one for that range. Again, that's got an 18 sticker on it. That is a preset, I believe, on Avatar. Yeah, I think that's the preset edition. So it's not like it wouldn't cover the entire cost. It's not worth the entire cost, but that would be like a 20 quid tape in that bunch, I would imagine. So Metamorphosis, I love this cover because with the color scheme, it makes me think of Creepazoids, the old Empire movie with Linnea Quigley in it, which Charles Band was involved with. So it had all the things I like best in the world. But what I wanted to see here, not this movie in particular, but I wanted to see what else the seller was offering. Okay, so we've got Monster, Metamorphosis, the cut version of Evil Speak. Even for a cut version, it's worth getting. Evil Speak's great. Zombie Flesh Eaters, Serpent the Rainbow, a TNA wrestling shirt, cool. The Abyss, I know what we did last summer. Alice Sweet Alice, some of these are just mass market ones, some of them are big box ones. Two Evil Eyes for £2.50, that's not bad at all. The Entity. Graduation Day. Graduation Day is fair for £15. Do you know, I'm really surprised by this tonight, that we're seeing things that are really reasonably priced. This is really, really impressive. Absolutely love it. So it's nice to see these things are coming out at a really decent, reasonable price. Warrior Queen at $7.95. This is really good as well. Normally, I've been seeing more people wanting huge amounts for things, and it's just not the case here. I'm really impressed. I will destroy this cold. I've been eating lots of spicy noodles, having lots of vitamin C, getting more sleep. I will get rid of it as soon as I possibly can, so I don't have to keep coughing on things. So let's have a look at this Warrior Queen. Yep, that's a great movie. A city so corrupt, gods would bury it alive. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. $7.95 is a really good price for a tape like that, and it's so refreshing and heartening to see these prices going down a bit and being a lot more reasonable. I don't think it's because there's less interest. I think it's because there is less money for everyone at the moment. Mainly because, you know, you're spending it all on streaming services. Cut down your streaming services. See my previous video on the channel. That's going on with that. Kathy's Curse for $7.95. Yep, that's Warrior Queen. Kathy's Curse for $6.99. Look how good condition that is, although the top is somewhat hairy. That is good condition. Pre-cert. Let's have a look at the tape. Not entirely sure about the tapes. I can't see it properly because of the glare on there. I don't think there's any mould on it. But again, for a less common tape, that is, it's gone a bit deranged. For a less common tape, it looks good. It's a decent price. You can see in the background there, the guy has a shelf of pre-certs. This is someone that knows what they're doing. They just want to get things out there, back to the other collectors. For something like this, you are going to be looking at just a collector. It's not going to be someone making a random purchase, random late night eBay purchase, because that never happens, does it, guys? No, that never happens. That's going to be a collector only. So it's really good to see these prices are leveling out really well. I'm seriously impressed with this, and long may it continue. Absolutely fantastic. So it's lovely to see these tapes here out there. It's great to see a great price going on them. Let's see how the rest of 2024 pans out with this sort of thing. So if you like this sort of thing, please do like and subscribe to the Planet Hex channel. I put these videos out every week, and in between them there'll be little short videos of my Planet Hex review series as well. But at the weekend you can look forward to these full-length episodes of Planet Hex. I'm Andrew Horn. I'm the author of that book there. Please do check it out because it helps me carry on doing stuff like this. And it's a great motivator. It's a great motivator just to know that these things are getting out there to people that appreciate the same sort of thing I do. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Planet Hex.